Disqualified.
Okay, so War of the Worlds is like a really old story. Like, it was made in the 19th century old. So naturally it has a ton of adaptions, some amazing and some terrible. Amazon released a new War of the Worlds adaptation this year, and man is it terrible. The majority of the film is Ice Cube, that's right, Ice Cube, acting as a cybersecurity expert, just live reacting to the alien invasion, and having the film end with the world being saved by an Amazon delivery drone. Like, that is crazy. Amazon really used War of the Worlds to make an hour-and-a-half long ad, and they thought we wouldn't notice. Feeling disdain for the mediocrity that this film brought me, it made me revisit Steven Spielberg's interpretation of the story back in 2005. And even though the film didn't feel like a Steven Spielberg film, honestly it felt more like a Michael Bay film, funny enough, it is my favorite film adaptation of the story, and compared to Amazon's, a cinematic masterpiece. Now sit back while I show you how War of the Worlds was meant to be seen. So we are in New York following a guy named Ray Fieri. He works for shipping containers and he is headed home to spend time with his kids since it's his turn to have custody over the kids that weekend. He has two kids, Rachel and Robbie. He tries to bond with Robbie, but Robbie's all like, "You're an asshole, Dad," and he runs to his room. Crazy what white kids be saying to their parents. I'd be gone before I could finish that word.
Sweet Jesus!
And Rachel is just kind of chill with Ray, even though Ray hasn't been the most reliable parent for them, it seems. While they were hanging out though, these weird thunderstorm clouds started to form above their house. It doesn't seem too out of the ordinary, like your average spring in the Midwest, but these clouds start shooting lightning like crazy. Then there is this massive earthquake that starts breaking up the ground and shifting buildings. By now I think it's pretty obvious that this isn't your average natural disaster. Then all of a sudden the ground starts to cave in on itself, and then immediately after, this giant ass robot starts to rise from the ground. And let's just look at this tripod for a second. Holy crap, that thing is ginormous, humongous. Apparently these things are supposed to be between 100 to 400 feet tall. To put that into perspective, imagine the Statue of Liberty rocking up to your neighborhood just staring at you. So anyway, this tripod starts staring them down and you got people already recording it.
Big foul!
Like, that's hysterical. Like, social media wasn't really the norm yet, and we still got clout chasers in the crowd. Nah, cause imagine if Spielberg made this movie today. We would have streamers being like,
okay, we are cooked. Yep, we are absolutely cooked, chat.
These things also make this noise, and I'm just gonna let you hear the noise they make. This noise is so haunting, bro. Like, nah, I think I would need a new pair of pants if I heard this sound in the middle of the day. So after a stare down with the humans, the alien clearly had enough and started vaporizing people. Got people disappearing left and right. Got people disappearing like Thanos just snapped. It's crazy out here. And I'm not sure you noticed, I didn't either the first time watching this, but this laser is basically an instant cremation device because these people are getting turned into ash. Ray gets a nice taste of it from the lady who gets vaporized right in front of him. I know some of that got into his mouth, and I'm not sure what is worse, having the trauma of having that lady get vaporized right in front of you, or the taste of her dead ashes in your mouth. Like,
That shit stank, don't it? Ugh.
Ray with ashes in his face now has to dodge and weave people that are simultaneously being turned into ash. And this car apparently, like, where did this come from? If the vaporization wasn't enough, the aliens got the nerve to throw a car too. Like, damn, let him breathe. He manages to escape though, and with just his life, he knows what he has to do. Ray goes back, grabs the kids, get the Glock, commits Grand Theft Auto, like that matters when 400 feet aliens are attacking, and gets the hell out of there. Now the kids don't know what's going on naturally. Rachel asks if it's the terrorists. Like, one, that's unbelievably vague. There are a lot of terrorist groups out there, dear. And two, I don't know what terrorist group are able to level a bridge to that degree. Unless America's ops were freaking Omni-Man and Superman or something. And also, I want to point this out. Look how many explosions there are when they are escaping from the town. This is what I mean by this felt like a Michael Bay film. I bet he wept with tears of joy after watching this scene. So they officially escape. Hold on, I forgot something. Sorry, let me tell you something else that happened when the aliens invaded. So when they started their invasion, it also messed up all the electronics in the vehicles in the area. So a lot of the things they have are not working right now, making their car one of the only working cars in the area. That will be important later. So Ray is driving out of there and plans to drive them back to their mom in Boston. But the kids are like, what is going on? And they're still clueless. And for some reason, Ray doesn't really try to explain. He's just like, shut up, we're going to be okay. I hate this trope, honestly. The hero is all like, I have no time to explain, when in reality you could easily explain the situation in less than 15 seconds. Especially to Robbie, like he's old enough to understand what's going on. But anyway, they find this nice spot and decide to rest there for the night till things cool down. This plan would have been nice if a giant explosion didn't try to kill them in the middle of the night. Ray cannot catch a break, and oh boy, do I have some news for you, we are just getting started. Now you're probably wondering, well, where did that explosion come from? Well, the next morning, Ray wakes up to find out that a flippin' Boeing 747 is in their front yard. Like, damn, it affected planes too, apparently. And boy, did it decimate everything. Got parts of the plane everywhere, breaking apart like a Lego set. It's completely jarring to see. Side tangent, but I love the scene, and no, it's not because I've seen this set on the Universal tour before, but because I think it really shows the sentiment of things have just gotten real. Doesn't that gives that apocalyptic vibe, like a whole ass Boeing 747 dropping into the neighborhood like that. So anyway, Ray finds a news crew, and these guys got the deets on these aliens. So apparently there isn't just one or two of these things, but there are hundreds of them, and they are dominating the globe. They hit New York, DC, London, LA, Chicago, and anywhere else you would imagine. They're hitting up every joint. These aliens are not here to play. It'll always be the big cities too when it comes to alien invasions. Like, why can't these dudes hit somewhere like Boise, Idaho or something? If you're from Idaho by any chance, no hard feelings. I'm just curious why aliens have no originality and hit the same 4 cities. And apparently these aliens got into these tripods through the lightning, and they were preparing this attack for millions of years since these tripods were underground. Now I got a question, if you don't mind me asking. If these aliens were planning this attack for millions of years, why didn't they attack when Earth's population was significantly lower? They could have attacked during the caveman days or something and had an easy squad wipe on Earth, but nah. They waited millions of years later, right when Earth had billions of people on it, and then they started to wipe everyone out. Like, if that doesn't scream sadistic from these aliens, I don't know what will. They kill them for sport, bro. So Ray drives their kids out of there, well, almost, if Robbie didn't decide to take in the view. Like, take a picture, it'll last longer, Robbie. Get in the car, Robbie. So Ray keeps driving, and Robbie, being an annoying teen, is all like, if you had any balls, you would go back and fight those things. And when Robbie said this, I was genuinely baffled, like, bitch, they are 400 feet tall robots. What the hell is he supposed to do against that thing? What, shoot his tiny Glock at it just for the bullet to ricochet off the impenetrable shield that it has? Kick it? Call it bad words like it's Pennywise? Nothing's getting through to that thing. Like, they're virtually indestructible. So anyway, Ray's driving, and unfortunately this movie shows us something that is just as scary as an alien invasion. The human race in a crisis. So I'm sure you know why this scenario will already end in a disaster. It's like those foreshadowing videos. You can already see what's going to happen. Ray tells the kids to put their seatbelts on so he can floor it, hitting this one bystander out of the way, doing him like Elliot. And he almost escapes only if this woman with a baby wasn't in the way. This forces Ray to swerve, and he hits a telephone pole. And like blood in the water, the people start to swarm the car, shaking it violently, breaking the windows, and you even got this one guy tearing the windshield apart with his bare hands. These people are crazy. Forget the aliens, these people are looking scarier right now, and they are doing all this over a beat up car. They even drag Ray out of the car and try to stuff themselves in like a clown car. What is wrong with these people? 40 people are not fitting in this tiny ass car, bro. I know it's a time of crisis, but it seems like all logic just went out the window with these people. Ray gets up and starts scrapping with them, landing some decent hits in, but he gets bonked on the head, which definitely slows him down. Robbie gets out of the car and offers to assist, and it's much appreciated. Rachel tries to get out, but these grown men are trying to squeeze into the car, keeping her from getting out of the car. But thankfully, Ray's Glock comes in handy with these psychos. Unfortunately for Ray though, someone else came armed, and we already have ourselves a standoff because of it. Ray gives up quickly though, and just asks for his daughter back. And he's all like, yeah man, whatever, just give me the car. He takes off with the car, but since Ray dropped the gun after getting Rachel back, another person grabbed it and immediately smoked him afterwards for the car. Now my good sir, was that car really worth your life? I don't think so. So they finally find a means to escape via evacuation boat. This looks like a pretty good way to get away from the aliens, but the problem is that Rachel notices that the aliens are right at their doorstep, and the tripods start to close in. Thankfully they get on the boat on time, and it seems like they're scot-free now, but it turns out one of those tripods were underneath the water, and it flips the boat over, and now we got a scene straight out of Titanic, but this time you got 2 giant ass tripods trying to kill you while you're holding on for dear life. They are able to make it to land safely though, but peep the scene real quick. If I counted correctly, there are 8 tripods attacking just this area alone. 8 tripods. Now put into perspective that they got these things all over the globe. Like, mankind is absolutely cooked. That's the one thing I thought was unrealistic about this movie to me. I feel like if there were hundreds of these things on Earth, I feel that they would easily clean up Earth in a day or two, tops. Especially due to the fact that they are virtually indestructible because of their force field, and they got the jump on humanity like, "That's not fair!" So they continue running, but then Robbie randomly sprints off in the other direction, and Ray has to track his annoying ass son down. When he finally catches him and he's all like, "Why are you doing this?" Robbie's answer, and I'm not making this up, is literally, "I need to be here. I want to see this."
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the
You
fuck,
idiot.
man?
You honestly an idiot. I thought it was boneless.
See what exactly? See the hundreds of people dying in front of your eyes? Seeing the military do basically nothing against the larger-than-life beings just to be obliterated in seconds? Robbie, you're helping no one by just being there and watching. You're wasting Ray and your little sister's time by being there and doing absolutely nothing. So with Robbie being a dumbass, Ray decides to leave him. Cause you know,
what's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
and right when he gets Rachel and starts to head out, he sees Robbie get obliterated by the explosion from the aliens. Like, wow. So unexpected. I bet no one saw that coming. I hope you're happy, Robbie. Glad you got to see some cool fighting before you got destroyed by an explosion that burned you to a crisp. This scene pissed me off so much. Ugh, Robbie.
I can't stand you!
So Ray and his daughter escape, and they run to the first guy with an open basement and a shotgun. Not the best idea in any normal situation, but when you got the ops that are 400 feet tall, I guess you don't really got a choice. So Rachel can finally rest, and Ray and this guy start to chat. This guy gives off creeper vibes.
Brother,
So Ray's senses aren't completely disarmed, but he does give a sense of normalcy, just being able to talk about what's going on in the moment. So this guy is all like, we can't be a slave to these aliens forever. We gotta fight back and whatever. And even though Ray doesn't say it out loud, I'm sure he's saying,
man, shut your bitch ass up.
but the aliens rock up, so they have to hide. And I have to say, these aliens are really thorough with their exterminations. Like, these dudes really be looking through every nook and cranny to make sure all the humans are dead. Like, damn, what did we do to these guys for them to go to this extent, man? Also, these aliens are ugly AF, and I think I could take one of them in a fight with this form. They look so squishy. Just a simple left, right. I feel like that I would send these guys packing. So once the aliens leave, the creepy basement guy calls Ray over to see that the aliens are taking the blood of the humans that they kill and spraying it across the plants. Again, weird and sadistic if you ask me. These aliens do not have to do all that. Like, stop it. They are already dead. There's no need to humiliate them any more than this. So seeing this basement dweller start tweaking out, saying that they ain't gonna suck my blood, I'm American, damn it. And he's shouting this to the top of his lungs, which is not good, obviously. So Ray does the logical thing, which is to get some duct tape and nah, he just straight up kills him. You could say that was a little overkill, am I right? But seriously though, even though just straight up killing someone for being too loud does seem like an extreme response, it was between letting him keep yelling and killing them all, or killing him and keeping it quiet for them to be safe, which in that type of scenario, it makes sense, I can't lie. So after Ray does the deed, they can finally rest, for maybe a few minutes until the tripods poke their heads back into the house again, like, come on, man, what is their deal? Rachel runs away scared, but trying to escape, the tripod unfortunately kidnaps her. So Ray tries to save his daughter by throwing this tiny grenade at it. Hey Ray, come on man, it seems like I have to catch you up with the plot here. I think he forgot that these things are covered by indestructible shields, so no matter what you throw at it, it will most likely be deflected instantly. I think Ray forgot that and he thought by some miracle it would work. If it were the holy hand grenade, however, that thing would have went down no problem. Ray gets captured too, unfortunately, and now they're in these weird alien cages with a bunch of people. Ray almost gets sucked up into the tripod, but luckily everyone band together to help Ray from getting sucked up into it. I guess humanity isn't that bad after all. And on top of that, even though I just clowned on Ray earlier for using that grenade, thankfully it came in handy since with those grenades he was able to destroy the inside of the pod, thus allowing them to escape. I have to hand it to Ray, that was pretty quick thinking on your part, I can't lie. My man. So they finally get to Boston, and when they get there, they notice something is off with the tripods. Guess what? These aliens actually start to die. They are noticeably starting to slow down. And with them getting weaker, their shields are completely down, and the military can finally get to work, busting out that rocket launcher and hitting some great shots on the tripod. These tripods are finally falling and I'm here for it. So Ray carries Rachel back to her mom and apparently Robbie survived? I was and am still in awe Robbie somehow survived that mess. Like, how did he survive that explosion and somehow get back to Boston by himself, avoiding the tripods and even getting there before Ray? That's actually insane if you think about it. That makes no sense. So Earth prevails and the aliens are defeated. Now you're probably wondering, that's cool and all, but how did the aliens die? That was never explained. Well, my answer to you is that their death doesn't have a cool explanation, but it all boils down to the fact that they couldn't handle Earth's atmosphere and died. That's it. They weren't adapted to our viruses, diseases, pollution, and all that jazz, so they just died. Honestly, probably the luckiest ending Earth could have, because otherwise, if that didn't happen, the Earth would be cooked and humans would have gone extinct. So that's all I have to say about this film. Overall, it's a great film, and I hope it gets more appreciation since that terrible remake is currently out. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more content. Anyway, goodbye.